Like I said, we do have a low premium, but the premium is waived. $0 PCP, $0 lab, OTC, dental, eyewear, hearing aids, silver sneakers. Okay, available in all our plans. Here is our first prime. So our LIS plans, we refer to them as our Value Plus plans. Okay, so Value Plus are LIS plans. This is our prime Value Plus plan. So what does that mean?
Maricopa County.
Maricopa County. So it's part of that narrower network, right? And it's more value available here in Maricopa County. And so the reason why this plan is giving us the other plan some more competition than we expected is because although this one has a premium, if the member is LIS, that's waived, right? And then on top of that, they get a OTC benefit on this one.
And a lot more dental.
They get a lot more dental. So there's a lot of reasons why if they... So yeah, so I mean, it makes sense, right? This plan makes sense, okay? And again, this is because this is for general enrollment. General enrollment would still have the $650 premium, but if they're getting the $50 OTC, they're kind of, and they don't care because they're making up that money so quickly everywhere else, right? So this is a great plan for us. We actually did not expect it to do as well as it's doing. This is part of our high value provider incentive program. Let me tell you what that is. Finally, let me tell you what that is. So what that means is that our high value incentive, I hate saying the word because it's such a mouthful. Our high value incentive provider program is basically an incentive for the member to select a primary care provider from one of the 4 value-based care providers that I mentioned earlier. Who can give me the 4 names of the...
One medical.
Okay, well, somebody else got to play because they already got played. Yeah, the O's and the Wells. Correct. But yes, so if a member selects a primary care provider from one of those providers, they will actually get an additional $30 on their wallet a quarter. Okay, so they're going to get the OTC, then they get the $30 because they qualify for LIS, but then on top of that, they get this, and their specialist goes down to, wow, I can't remember what the specialist goes down to. It's just like I had a brain fart, pardon my expression. It goes down, you guys, I want to say to $10. What does it go to? No, this is the regular. If they have if they enroll with a high value provider, high value provider, then they'll get the $30 extra. But and then this goes down. I think it goes down by $10. It should be, yes.
So do they get the 50, the 30, they get 100 extra, and the 30? So they get the 110.
Yes, 110. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So that's why this one is kind of giving, especially for the LIS members, they get all of that. Now, but if a member's regular enrollment, then they only get the OTC benefit. But like I said, even just with the OTC benefit for general enrollment and the $6 premium, people are still choosing this one because the premium goes away basically with the dental benefit and all that other stuff.
So someone that's not on LIS or doesn't qualify, they're not eligible for the high value provider incentive?
Correct. So they, when I do that presentation, they always talk about, the qualifications. Ultimately, they have to be low income. That's kind of like the thing, So they have to be LIS eligible for that. But yeah, this is our prime plan here. All right, this is our Value Plus plan in Pinal County. So just because we're right next door to Pinal, I brought this one to you guys as well. Again, this one, if you notice, the main difference on this one is it's part of the prime network. Yeah, so this is it, kind of basically the main difference is it's part of that broad provider network, so they can see any providers, not only here in the state, but across the country as well. Yeah, so this is our plan, $5.30 premium. I'm trying to remember if it goes down to $10, but I think it's $10 specialist. I'm almost 100% sure. I think when I saw the 20, it threw me off. Okay, our MA only plan. This is another one of our biggest producing plans here in the state. And that's our Eagle plan. I don't know, but I've been told that Edna's Eagle plan is gold. I do a little more. I don't know, but I've been told when I do a training on this, just to try to help people remember the benefits. And I did write the whole song out. But we're not going to do that's for another show. He'd have to pay more for that. No, I'm just kidding. But this is our MA only plan. Of course, this is designed for people who do not need prescription drug coverage. So it doesn't necessarily have to be veterans. I found out that most of the people that are in this plan are actually still people who have spouses that are employed, still have employer groups, that kind of thing. $0 premium, $0 PCP. This one does have an $85 Part B premium buyback.